we're clashing and spreading hatred toward each other because of their beliefs and what type of meat they decide to indulge in. I have a quick question for you. How is it that I can eat pig, cow, I can eat bird, but I cannot eat a dog, a cat?
I say we eat that one!
I know that may sound like a crazy question, but when we really think about it, okay, I had a friend in India before, and he told me that he had what is he? Oh, my scalp before. I didn't want no oil to be dripping down or nothing like that. Yeah, back to the story. I had a friend from India before, and he told me that back in his country, he had a cow for a pet. So, and he loved that cow. So, why can we eat cow and we not eat these so-called domesticated um, animals that we have down here? That is my big question. That is the next topic of controversy. That's the next topic that I want to ask about, because I really had a couple of things that I wanted to ask. I'm a part of a PETA group on Facebook, right? So in that group, I even stumbled across an AI video of, it was like the concept of what if humans were switched, reversed places with animals. Now don't get me wrong, stop right there. Don't think that this is some type of video about me pushing veganism or something like that. I'm not trying to do that at all. That's not what this is, y'all. I just have a really good question, and I want a logical explanation. I don't want any type of hatred just because you got your dog and you think it's man's best friend, or you got your cat and you would never, and all that stuff. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear why, if we have people over here that believe in eating one thing, one type of animal, and we have people over here that believe in eating another type of animal, we're clashing and spreading hatred toward each other because of their beliefs and what type of meat they decide to indulge in. So, what I mean by that is as simple as it goes. We worship our cats and our dogs here. We worship our birds and things like that. Some people, even in America, they have chickens for pets. Why is it that whenever you go to the next China Land or the next Chinese spot, we used to have the whole type of the whole thing about, oh yeah, Chinese people, they eat cats and dogs and all that. If you're from anywhere around where I'm from, or just period, you know that was one of the rumors that they would say, and that was one of the things that people would talk about. Me, on the other hand, I never cared. I was just like, hey, I eat chicken, I eat pork, I eat whatever anyway. So if they can make these two things taste that good, kudos to them. That's fine. Because I understand cultural differences. It's not about if I have a heart for this animal more than this animal. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter. Now, I am the type of person that I'd rather not eat any meat, just because certain meat gives me like constipation. Certain meat I just don't, many reasons. But I never understood that. I want you guys to be in the comments. I want you guys to let me know just real answers, not just some bad. Don't just bash me or nothing like that. I want you guys to really tell me the truth. Why is it that whenever we see somebody eating one thing, and then when it comes to you having a dog as a pet, you absolutely would never? Because in the next country or somewhere else, they have the same thing that we eat as pets, and they value and love them the same way. Now, we can go toward the logical explanation of, well, we live in America and they live there, and there's two differences like that. Okay, fine. So if you were to travel to a different country, would you try this meat? If you were to travel to a different country and they had cat, would you go ahead and try it? I really want to know. If you were to travel somewhere else to a friend's house and they were from a different culture than you, and their beliefs were different and stuff like that, would you really try it? Okay, another thing is, people who are vegans and things like that, they always like to have the argument that we shouldn't be eating anything and all that stuff like that. You know, I even heard the argument that one person who eats meat, I was gonna say meat eater, but one person who eats meat, He was just like, well, you eat plants and plants are alive. So I guess we're supposed to just be walking through the air and just walking through life, tasting air. We can't survive on water and air alone. So there can always be an argument about anything. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. So the message here is stop spreading hate over cultural differences. Stop spreading hate and snaring at other people or just looking down on what they're doing just because it's different than what you believe in. We need to learn how to be able to get with the program and realize that everything is different. We say a lot of times, hey, this is year 2025, this is 2020, this is this. They've been saying that since 1989, I'm sure. This is year 1989. We need to let that go. But when are we truly going to let just something as simple as differences go? Do you really believe that we shouldn't be eating any type of animal as it is? Or do you believe that God put these animals on the earth for us to eat them? A lot of people go by that. So I really would like to touch on this subject. I hope this video gets quite a bit of views because this is one that I really would make a good argument on. Okay, if you're about to sit up here and tell me that I can't eat a cat because you got Fluffy the cat that you love so much, but then you want to sit up here and eat a pig? What if I like pig? What if I want my pig to be my pet? But then I can't stand for you to eat one in my face. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know that, y'all. Hit the comments and whether this is an interesting topic or not, because like I said, I'm a part of the groups on Facebook as far as like a PETA group. I'm part of the vegan eating group just because I would like to end up being a vegan one day just because I don't feel like meat really cooperates with my system. And other reasons too. I feel like probably deep down inside I just some with those slaughterhouse videos, I just can't get with the program. I don't really like the concept of how we get it. You know, everybody's different. I'm not going to be the one that presses veganism on the next person. You know, you do what you want to do. I'm not looking down on anybody because of the food choices they decide to make. So yeah, this was a good one. I hope this was a good topic for you guys. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button. And I hope that you guys follow me, turn that notification bell on so then we can get some more hot, controversial topics to talk about. Let's chat it up. Let's talk about the next issue. If you have any requests for the next controversial issues or controversial topic, just let me know. I think that my email might be in the description, but just let me know in the comments, guys. I read the comments, so let me know. Peace out. Always choose peace and choose love. Thank you. Bye.